Our goal is to be able to help provide tribal aid to each other when there's a real demand for scarce resources. Our tribal elders, they live here, and we want to make sure that we can meet their needs during a large event like this while meeting the needs of the community. But unless we all work together, it would be very difficult for one entity to do that. We've developed a memorandum of understanding. It's not legally binding for all 9 tribes in Oregon, and what we're hoping is that all 9 tribes will sign this that says, yes, if we are able, we will send aid and we will help you on an event. And so what it amounts to is a spiritual handshake by each tribe that says, yes, we're going to try to help if we can. The casualty collection point is meant to be mobile, but what we need are the people to help staff it and help take care of people. So what we're looking at here is a snapshot of what could be brought to Willamina or Dallas if it's called on, and that our local communities can call on us and know what our capabilities are. Together. Alone, we would fail. Together, we know that that's the way to succeed.
We're not going to have state or federal aid here immediately, so we certainly need to know how to take care of ourselves, at least in the first initial few days. The biggest thing that I learned is that anybody can help. And even our elder that was in a wheelchair was able to be part of the command center and writing notes, and so everybody is able to help if they're willing.
This is a fantastic opportunity really for all the tribes in Oregon to come together and evaluate and assess and practice their response to a catastrophic disaster like a Cascadia Subduction Zone earthquake. Things I think that we're learning through this exercise don't just apply to the catastrophic. What we're learning during this week of exercise will help us with our response to floods, to wildfires, to hazardous materials releases. The things that we deal with on a much more regular basis, those plans that we're practicing, the processes we're evaluating during this exercise, and more importantly, the conversations we're having with each other really are going to go a long way during whatever bad day Oregon faces. The greatest thing I think so far about this exercise is just the engagement. We've got folks at all levels of government. We've got the private sector. We've got nonprofits engaged. It's really that whole community response, and we recognize, I think, at the Office of Emergency Management that the response to any disaster here in Oregon requires that whole community engagement. Citizens being prepared for at least 2 weeks for an emergency, our political leaders and our policymakers understanding what those issues are and the need to really shine the appropriate amount of attention on emergency preparedness and disaster planning.